Namo Meter Boo, welcome everybody. Welcome to Chris on Zoom, who is in a field of absolutely ginormous sunflowers, like much bigger than her head. Might be a picture, but it looks pretty realistic. And we will begin today with a Dharma glimpse by Ollie, who probably not many of you know him, but he's been around for a long time, and he's in a study group with you two. And Helen is kindly going to read it for us. So I will pass over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Marine Life, Dharma Glimpse by Ollie Henwood. I was recently on Lundy Island, which provided a peaceful environment for reflection and embracing the Dharma. We spent some of the time diving, looking for and finding marine life. I found it interesting that when observing the sea from the land, it appeared vast, empty, and barren. It wasn't until I immersed myself into the sea that I could fully notice and appreciate its true self and beauty. I thought this was relevant, as this is also often the case with the Dharma. I also like a good analogy. The Dharma is always present like the sea, but it takes self-power, peace, and curiosity to stop and fully appreciate it within our lives, much like the true nature of the ocean. I often find that the true nature of the Dharma evades my mind in daily living, and it takes patience to accept it into all aspects of life. I have found that the study group has been a great way to recalibrate and keep the Dharma fresh and integrated daily. Namida Boo.
Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Helen. Welcome, Philip. And we will move into some quiet. So as we sit together here in the shrine room, you can either have your eyes shut or you can look at the beautiful Buddha that's got that light on him that's really special at this time of night. Really noticing how the light is beginning to drift away. When we meet every week at the same time, it's impossible not to notice the seasons turning. So as we sit quietly, you can look at the Buddha, or maybe shut your eyes and look at the Buddha inside. Allow the peace and patience of the Buddha to fill you up. And if there are things that arise that distract you or that are difficult, just give them a little bit of space and let them drift away when they're ready to. And then return to the presence of the Buddha. And then after a while, sitting quietly, we'll do some chanting together. I'm not sure what we'll chant yet, but when I start chanting, you can join in as soon as you get the tune. Namo Meter Boo. So the chant that we will chant this evening will be for Avalokiteshvara, also known as Kuan Yin, and we'll chant in Tibetan, which is Om Mani Padme Hum Hri. It's on your bit of paper if you want to read it. And Avalokiteshvara is always by the side of Amida, and she is the Bodhisattva of compassion. Om Mani Padme Hum Hri. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Hri. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum Now we'll recite the refuges and precepts together, which are on your bit of paper, but it's repeat after me, so don't worry about reading them. For refuge, I go to the Buddha,
For refuge, I go to the Buddha,
the one who is awake and full of love.
the one who is awake, full of love.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
For refuge, I go to the Dharma,
For refuge, I go to the Dharma,
all that guides us to wisdom and compassion.
all that guides us to wisdom and compassion.
Namo Dharmaya.
Namo Dharmaya.
For refuge, I go to the Sangha,
For refuge, I go to the Sangha,
those who live in the Buddha's light.
those who live in the Buddha's light.
Namo Sanghaya.
Namo Sangha.
With faith in the three jewels,
With faith in the three jewels,
I pray that I may not take life.
I pray that I may not take life.
With faith in the three jewels,
With faith in the three jewels,
I pray that I may not steal.
I pray that I may not steal.
With faith in the three jewels,
With faith in the three jewels,
I pray that I may not fall into sexual misconduct.
I pray that I may not fall into sexual misconduct.
With faith in the three jewels,
With faith in the three jewels,
I pray that I may not fall into wrong speech.
I pray that I may not fall into wrong speech.
With faith in the three jewels,
With faith in the three jewels,
I pray that I may avoid intoxication.
I pray that I may avoid intoxication.
No blame.
No blame.
Be kind.
Be kind.
Love everything.
Love everything. Innumerable are sentient beings.
We vow to save them all.
Inexhaustible are deluded passions.
We vow to transform them all.
Immeasurable are the Dharma teachings.
We vow to master them all.
Infinite is the Buddha's way.
We vow to fulfill it completely. Namo Mitabu. So a cat-related Dharma talk this evening, which Chris might particularly appreciate. Just before coming into practice this evening, I checked the phone and there was a message on it. And it was a message from one of our neighbours in the flats next door, David. And he said, just calling to let you know that your cat, I think your cat might have eaten some fitted carpet, so he might have a sore tummy for a couple of days. It's like, oh, that's a bit strange. So I listened to the message again. Yeah, your cat might have eaten some fitted carpet, so you might have a sore tummy for a couple of days. So I passed the phone to Casper. Your cat might have eaten a chicken carcass. Not a fitted carpet. And Roshi's fine. The message was left on Saturday, so if he did have a sore tummy, it's over by now. And I was thinking about Ollie's Dharma glimpse, that when we dive into the ocean, we suddenly see that the Dharma is all around us, that's a kind of a shift from being outside to being inside. And there was a shift in hearing between my hearing and Casper's.
No comment on our relative enlightenment state.
Thank you. More about our hearing than it is about our state of enlightenment. I'm a bit older. And that just with a shift in hearing, there was something very different to be gained from the message than the one that I initially gained. I was thinking, did they leave some fitted carpet in the garden, but then how could it be fitted if it was out in the garden? How would he be eating fitted carpet?
And why would a cat who's carnivorous want to eat a meal of
Exactly.
fitted carpet?
So one of the things that we need to do to find the Dharma is to hear other people speaking or to listen through their ears. And that's what we do in our study groups. We all read the same chapter and then everybody reflects on it and they write a little bit about the bit that stood out to them or the bit they didn't understand or the bit that made them think about something. And we are lucky enough to see the Dharma through all these different eyes, through all these different ears. And often what happens is something shifts a little bit and something becomes clear, something new becomes clear. And sometimes that's really hard to do on our own. I listened really carefully to that message twice and I was about to listen to it a third time, but I thought, no, my ears just are hearing fitted carpet. I couldn't do it. And that was when you listened, that you just heard chicken carcass. That was the phrase quite clearly spoken by David next door. And that's how it is with the Dharma, is that sometimes, however many times we read a sentence or we kind of get stuck thinking about something in our lives that we can't find an answer for, what we need is a different perspective. Sometimes we get that from our friends. Sometimes we get that from the bell going off randomly. Sometimes we get that from nature. Sometimes we just go and sit with the Buddha and we ask a question and the Buddha has an answer for us that we weren't expecting. We don't have to do it on our own. We don't have to struggle on listening again and again to the same message. We just give the phone to someone else and the Dharma appears. Namo me Tibbu. So we'll now get up and do some prostrations in front of the Buddha, and there's a tune that goes along with that, which we chant to Namo me Tibbu. So do as much as your body is happy for you to do. If you just want to stand and bow, that's fine. If you're willing to get all the way down to the ground, then please do, but just copy everyone else. And that's it. Don't copy Angie because she does really.
gratitude, we dedicate the merits of this incense offering to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May it be fragrant as earth herself, reflecting our careful efforts, our wholehearted awareness, and the fruits of understanding slowly ripen. May we in our beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our truth.
No need to do, so if you'd like to return to standing with your seat. We always finish by expressing our gratitude towards each other, by bowing to each other. And we bow to one side and then the other, and I start by bowing to Angie, so the rest of you can work it out. You might do yourself. Not bad, not bad. And then we bow towards the Buddha. And then our seats, and tidy our seats. Do unmute and finish with the closing verse, which is on the bit of paper. It starts blessed. Blessed by Amitabha's light, may we have all living things and the holy air. And no need to do join us for a cup of tea. We're going to say hello to Chris and Philip. I've said already, yeah. Golden bowl in the hallway.